Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, it is hot, 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 okay? And let me tell you, although I love the heat, because I really do like when it's hot, I don't like when it's cold. It's humid. It's really humid. It's right now, it's really early in the morning, and it's 76 degrees right now. So I came out here really early. If you notice, the sun is now trying to peek through the trees. And, oh, y'all, I could feel the humidity on my body already. So what I'm going to do is walk around my yard and harvest anything that I need to harvest right now. I'm not going to do too much. I was going to harvest the onions. I was going to harvest my onions. I literally just started and I pulled 2 onions. And I feel like I could leave it a little longer and get it a little bit more big. So I'm going to leave that in there. But I got like some cucumbers and squash and stuff that I need to pull really quickly. And that I am going to do. Yeah. But it's really hot out here, y'all. Really hot. I wanted to clean up this area really quickly because there's so much going on over here. There's this tall weed. I needed to pull that out. I want to pull out these dead flowers, like the stems. I want to pull all that out. Pull the little grass and stuff. This little section here, I wanted to clean it up really quickly. So I'm going to give it a shot. If I decide not to, it's because the sun is up and I need to get my booty inside. Because it's way too hot. Anyway, I'm going to go do that. Oh, guys. So, FYI. So, because it's really hot now, what I'm probably going to do is try to do at least 1 video a week. Only because it's this hot and I don't want to be outside. Like, when it's hot like this, I trouble with terrible allergies. And so, with the heat and my allergies, whenever my allergies come up, and with the heat, it makes it even worse. And although I love the heat, I love myself more. Okay? So I'll be inside when it's this hot. But I'll try to at least produce at least a video, 1 video a week. So you guys still keep you guys updated. If I do anything else, I'll probably do a short on it. Like a short clip or so and post that. But to stand out here and do videos, nope. Yeah. But things are looking really, really pretty. Really pretty. Anyway, I'm gonna get started before the sun hits in this area. Another thing that I failed to mention a few minutes ago that I really want to say. So for all my gardening friends on my channel, have you really ever sit back and really take a look at your garden? Like, what does it look like? Have you really, like, I know we garden a lot and we do a lot of things in the garden. And sometimes we don't even have the time, enough time to just sit back and look at what your space looks like. Y'all, I was blown away because I know that I have come so far with my gardening journey. Because the garden looks beautiful, especially from a distance. So what I did was I just walked through my garden, like walk through, sit down, relax, and just enjoyed it. I walked through I walked around my entire yard in different areas just from a distance, not pointing out specific plants, just walking around and videoing it. and it looks absolutely beautiful. What I'm gonna do is roll that clip so you can see that walk through while I do my little bit of harvest. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. I've come a very long way. I'm gonna roll it now. Doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? I thought that I would have recorded it so you guys can see from a distance as well, but I love it. I loved it. I'm going to show you now what I harvest. Just a few things, just a little bit of things. Over here, let me go back. So my spinach is starting to go to seed again because it's so hot. So I think I'm gonna allow it to. I can still come out and grab whatever leaves I want to grab from here, but I think I'm definitely gonna allow this to go to seed until it, when it gets cold and stuff. You know the drill. I got all the birds just. I think the trough is empty, so the birds keep following me for seeds. They need food, y'all, so they're following me around. So cute. Anyway, this is what I harvest. So I got some zucchini squash, the yellow squash. This yellow squash, y'all, when you get it like really young, it tastes so good. I got 1 zucchini, 3 cucumbers, 3 peppers, actually 4 cucumbers. I got 2 onions, some long bean asparagus, and I accidentally pulled out this carrot, but these carrots got a way to go. But I accidentally pulled this one out, so I kept it. Anyway, that's my harvest for today. Again, I'm not going to do the onions till another day. But what I am going to do, since it's still cool enough out here, or since the sun is not blasting hard enough, I'm going to try to clean up some areas really quick. So let's do that. So I did a lot of cleaning up, but the camera didn't capture any of it because somehow it just went out. Somehow I feel like it got overheated and just went out. So nothing recorded. Anyway, y'all, it's so hot out here. The sweat is running down all my eyes. And I'm wearing a hat and everything. I'm in full gear. And I am so freaking hot. Okay. Composing myself. Okay. So I cleaned up here, like all the dead leaves and stuff. I try to clean up. Now the one thing I didn't do. So normally I would cut around the trees and clean up the trunk, but I didn't do that. I felt that the sun would have catch me in this corner. And y'all, again, it's really hot. I know some of you already know how hot it is. Today is going to be like 107 degrees. So I got to try to get out of this soon. Right now, although it's just 7 something, before when I looked at the temperatures, it was like 76. Now it's like 80 degrees. So it's hot out here. Anyway, and this is in the morning. Anyway, and some may consider that hot. Some may consider it not hot, but for me, with my allergies, although I love the heat, that's hot. Anyway, because there's no breeze blowing, it's just humidity. So anyway, I got to clean up this area. Notice all here. Let's swing back here. All that is clean. So it, you know, I definitely need to put a lot more plants in here, but I'm going to take my time in doing it. The irrigation, what I had to do was pull the irrigation to the top of the mulch, because some of them were popped, some of them were not coming out. So I had to pull it up, fix it in order to see like the water is coming out. And I didn't bury them back because I do want to make sure that everything that is in this bed is getting irrigation. Turning back over here, I had pop choy over here that bolted, and I do have some carrot seeds in here, and that's not doing too good either. So I kind of circled the water just around this area. I try to clean up here a little bit, but it's not much. Like not much was, I just clean it up the best way I can. What's going on with this area is, remember early in the year I was talking about my beds not being shaded anymore and it's getting more sun and all that stuff. Well, the beds are definitely getting more sun, but it's like from, let's see, we got, let me see if I could open this out. Okay, there we go. So we got all these trees here. So like from the middle of this tree here going all the way back, it gets sun during the morning, like heavy sun during the morning, and then it also gets sun in the evening. But when you come to this area here, like from the halfway here going back, it gets a little bit of morning sun, but the rest of the day it's in complete shade. Like you barely get a dabble of anything coming through it, you know. So the vegetables that I put in that corner definitely didn't strive because there's not much sunlight to help, you know, help the plant come up properly. Like the carrots, although pak choy is kind of a cold weather crop, I guess with the little heat and the dryness, it just didn't. But over here says a different story. Like over here is doing so good. Did you remember when I put these guys in? I still don't know the name. I saw it a few days ago on Garden Answer channel, and I was like, oh, that's the name. And I think I wrote it down somewhere, and I don't even know where I put that sticky, you know. So eventually I'm gonna get the name. I know I can just take a picture with my phone and figure the name out really easily, but again, you know. Anyway, so this corner is doing really good. The one thing I'm gonna say about this corner, there's some lilies coming up here that I didn't even realize lilies was in this bed, but it's coming up pretty good. I don't know what is these two plants. So there's one here and there's one over there, and y'all, I can't remember what the heck I plant here. Like, I know the heuchera and all the rest of stuff, but I just don't know. Anyway, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. I like how this corner look. We already know those two are annuals, but the rest of it is perennial. So everything else is definitely gonna come back up in this bed once fall or winter hits. You know, it's gonna die back and then come back up next year. But I am loving this space because it looks beautiful. Over here on the other hand, I'm gonna put some shaded loving plants over here. I don't know what I'm gonna put yet, but I'm gonna figure that out. Maybe not this year. Maybe that's a little project for next year or something like that. Over here, I'm gonna continue to put plants and make here, because I really want this back area to really shine. So, all right. Now, the one thing I gotta mention, guys, I put a lot of mint and lemon balm and stuff. This is inside of my greenhouse. It's still in here. I've been cutting on it ever so often for like iced tea, for water, for drinks. I've been cutting a lot of this, but it keeps growing. I guess because the heat is in the greenhouse, it's kind of protected from everything else, and it's keeping the critters out of this space, which is awesome. Awesome. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to let that continue to do its thing and keep clipping on it. This is doing really good. I love it. Over here on the south side, I did clean up just a little bit. I didn't do much, but I cleaned up a little bit. And I did realize during the fall, I'm going to have to re-ramp some of the beds, like transplant some stuff and move to a different location and, you know, put other stuff in this bed, stuff like that, you know, like little stuff. Move some stuff from the front, put it over here, move some stuff from here, put it on the pollinated bed, you know. So anyway, we'll see how this fall goes by the time, you know, all this heat is over with. But the bed over here is doing absolutely beautiful. The annuals are just exactly what I wanted. It just got thick and starts to spread, and it's getting more and more thick. I fertilized them. Since I put them in, I fertilized them about 2 times. And yeah, it's doing its thing. Because of the heat, I don't even know if I should put some more fertilizer or just leave it alone. But maybe at some point I'm going to give it a little bit more. And over here, the grapevines is going wild. It's all up on my patio. It's all up by the window over there. I just cut 2 vines that was coming all the way out here, but it's going crazy, but it's producing. So I'm gonna leave it alone, let it continue to go crazy, and once I get my grapes, that's when I'm gonna cut back and pull out and do whatever I need to do to contain this. But I'm also gonna move it from this location and put it over there. So, and that's the area we're gonna talk about next. So I kind of took some of the roses out of this bed because they wasn't doing so good. Some of them was dying back. It looked pretty bad. I don't know if you can tell from camera. So I kind of pulled them out and got rid of them. I also trimmed back these 2 knockout roses. In fact, I just say if you can see it on camera, and I just remember the camera went out, so none of this was recorded. So anyway, I trimmed back these 2 knockout roses. I took anything out that wasn't doing so good, that looks absolutely terrible, that I believe that won't even survive the rest of this heat and stuff, and I know it was gonna die, so I took those out and kind of clean up the bed some. I'm gonna tuck something else back in here. I think I have an idea what I wanna just like literally just tuck it in, water it, and hope that it do well for the rest of the summer because it's struggling in its pot. Anyway, that's what I did. Clean up the roses and stuff. During the fall, this is the same area that I am gonna put my grapevine. I'm gonna put a trellis and then plug in the 2 grapevine, and hopefully it's do its thing. But I am gonna either remove the roses or cut them back drastically. You know, I may have to shift and revamp the whole bed. That that holly that is right there is doing amazing in this spot. This spot get a lot of wetness, and the holly is doing great because it's getting water and it's getting sunlight. And I think that's why some of the roses went crazy like that too, and some of them also die back because this area get a little bit more water than expect. So anyway, that's what I did in this corner. Over here, I didn't do anything. I did not do anything. Like the grass is growing up in the bed. And remember I talked about bringing this bed out just a little bit. So I know we still have to bring it out, and we'll do it. We'll get it done probably in the next couple of weeks or so. Look at these lilies over here. Oh guys, we thought these were dead. We thought that they wasn't coming back in. And if you notice, they're not in the bed. They're outside of the bed. And that's because when we created this, we remember there were bulbs, but it looks absolutely like dry with grass, and it seems like it was dead and nothing was gonna happen. And then bam, it just popped up looking gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. They just, never underestimate. Okay, so what we're gonna do when we bring this out, we're gonna just bring it out maybe somewhere here or maybe a little bit longer, and just to capture this inside, instead of trying to move it again, I'm just gonna push the bed out a little bit more. And what that does, it just gives me more room to plant more stuff, so, but I'm gonna leave it in here. Really and truly, when I created this bed, I wanted it to be like for conifers. Put a lot of conifers in it and just make it look nice. Now I could still continue to put conifers, but I believe that a little pop of color will look awesome as well. So we're gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone, but I also gotta make sure they're getting irrigated, because with this heat I can tell that these guys are struggling a little bit. I've been watering them, but I can also tell that they were struggling. So anyway, hydrangeas in this corner is doing so good. Let me go around. Now this is one of the hydrangea that you get on Mother's Day, and you keep it inside your house. It's for it to continue to bloom. Now this guy haven't bloomed for like what, a year or two, about 2 years since I put it outside here. It never really bloomed because I guess it was supposed to be inside the house. But the other day I came out and I saw this and I was like, oh wow, it actually bloomed. And it looks like it have a few more bloom heads that is gonna come out. There's one more bloom all the way between there, but I can't get there. But yeah, it looks so pretty, and it looks very healthy. I believe the hydrangea in this corner just feels really good, because it's literally doing its thing and looking beautiful. Can't wait to see this bloom as well. The rest of the garden is doing somewhat okay. Of course, a lot of things are, heat stressed. But, y'all, I can't do nothing but to keep putting water on them. Like the potatoes. I think the potatoes are ready for harvest or something. But I think I'm going to probably give it another week and see. I don't even know. Y'all, I don't know no more. Sometimes when the heat is so much in your head, you can't think properly. So we're gonna get to it, just like we're gonna get to the onions. But I'm gonna give the onions a few more, maybe another 2 weeks. Okay guys, so I'm gonna close out here and go inside, take my little vegetables with me, because the camera keep going out, which means it's probably getting overheated with the heat here. And y'all, I'm recording with my phone. I don't want nothing to go wrong with this phone. And besides, I want to give Nala a quick walk before it gets really hot. So I'm going to close out here. Today is definitely not a day to be outside because it's so hot. So for you guys, that if it's not necessary, stay inside, y'all. Stay in the cool air. Go watch some TV. Go listen to some music. A slow jam or something. Like, forget about out here. Order Uber Eat. You ain't got to cook either. Just do something that does not involve you walking out the house. Unfortunately, I am going to a concert. It's like a Christian concert. So I am going to be out the house for a minute, but I'll be in nice cool air. From my garage, I'm going to be in my car, and as I drive, I'm going to be in cool air. And then from my car directly into the building, I'm going to be in cool air. Okay, so I'm not that worried about being outside. But if you don't have to be outside, why? For what reason? It's way too hot out here. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Amazing day. Hope you get a chance to do something amazing, something beautiful. And I will catch you all in my next video. Bye for now. Everything is watered in, looking good, and the fountain is doing its thing.